been a bloody few weeks across Tucson with repeated acts of gun violence. In an exclusive interview tonight, Tucson police leadership are now laying out ways that they are hoping to turn things around. News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter has more on this. You'll see only on 4.
Well, violent criminals have been keeping the Tucson Police Department very busy this month after repeated shootings. They have several shooting investigations going on right now. And to try and combat that, they're turning to several different new approaches, hoping to see a reduction in the violence.
No crime is acceptable in our community, and when we think about these larger scale crime events like the Speedway and Swan incident, like the 5th Street homicide where we have hundreds of rounds going down range, those we absolutely need to address, and we need to address aggressively and assertively.
Public safety has been Captain Doug Foster's mission for decades here at the Tucson Police Department. He's seen the ebbs and flows of crime in the community, and right now we're seeing an ebb after more than 10 shootings this month.
Violent crime numbers overall are going down, are trending downward. Those non-fatal shootings, the gun crime related, those numbers here locally are trending upward.
Captain Foster says the department has recently been leaning into the philosophy of evidence-based policing. That could be part of a larger academic discussion, but basically means policing should be based on a scientific analysis of what works best with heavy input from residents in a particular neighborhood.
So what we did was we looked at what are some of those specific locations across town that are driving gun violence.
He says in the past they saw success using a team approach of involving multiple other city and regional agencies to identify what drives gun crimes in particular neighborhoods.
So when we applied that team concept into those areas, we were able to see a 75% reduction specific to those areas.
They're doing incredibly good investigative work.
City Council member Karen Ulrich represents the area where more than 180 rounds were fired near Speedway and Swan earlier this month. She met with Foster and Chief Chad Kazmar last week to see how they're addressing violent crimes involving guns.
We need to understand what the triggers are.
Foster says they've been receiving input from an outside agency near Los Angeles to see how they're handling gun crimes. Gang activity has evolved in many ways in Tucson. Today, they're seeing traditional street activity mixed with a social media-based gang influence that has driven some of the recent violence.
It is definitely present and has contributed to some of these incidents recently.
And when asked if he feels Tucson is safe, Captain Foster gave a very confident yes. He says their ability to solve shooting investigations is high over the national average, above 60%. But several of these recent shootings, we've yet to see a resolution to. Reporting from downtown Tucson, Cora Snylander, News 4 Tucson.
Now to the latest on Decision 2024. Former